Hi, Kendra. Hello, hello. Hi, Kendra. Okay, so I'm getting ready to clean this print head and just going through the different printers. The first one I'm going to clean is going to be the 2700. And for some reason it don't want to come up. Okay, I want to manage it. And in here under manage, you want to go to your properties or preferences is one of the other. Um, let's go into preferences. And over here under preferences, I'm going to try to look for maintenance. And then I'm going to do a power cleaning on it and see if the power cleaning works because we've already done the other cleaning, so we might as well see if the power cleaning works. And so just gonna click OK. Okay. So the power cleaning should start. Did not. Go back in here and do that again. There we go. Okay, so power cleaning is popping up and it's popping up over here on my other screen, y'all. So it's just telling me don't do the power cleaning if the ink levels are too low and all of that stuff. So the ink levels are fine. I'm just going to say okay, and then it's going to go in and clean that. And maybe I can zoom back out of there. And so there's enough ink in the tank, and 12 hours between each power cleaning. A lot of people don't realize that you can do the power cleaning. The power cleaning is a lot better than the cleaning when you do on the actual printer. So I'm just going to hit start, and then it's going to go ahead and do, and the power cleaning is going to start cleaning this printer. So while that's going, I'm going to be trying to figure out what's going on with this one. What y'all out there working on today? Okay. So that power cleaning is now complete. We're going to hit finish. And then I'm going to hit the nozzle check and run a nozzle check on it and see if it's done. If it's not, then we're going to go move forward to the solution. Okay, so then on this other printer, I'm going to figure out something. Kendra, so you said, so you're excited to have you, excited to have you, excited to have you. Um, what type of problems are you having? So, y'all, this is still clogged here. Um, still clogged. Let me see if I can bring it more into focus. So, this is still clogged. This is after the power cleaning, and this one is before the power cleaning. And so it's not really too much. Go this way. So before and after, it's not that much of a difference on it. So since it's not that much of a difference on it, I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do. Right. So if you want to, okay, so we already got that. I'm going to start a nozzle check, and then in the midst of this doing a nozzle check, once this printer starts to move, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this whole printer off. Um, yeah, so once it starts to move, I'm going to shut it off, and then that's how I'm going to be able to go in and clean this printer. So we're going to do a nozzle check. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit print. Oh, I'm going to hit print. As soon as it starts printing and I heard it move over, I'm going to unpull it. And what that does is that moves the cartridge over for me. So normally there are two screws. One screw, let me try to get the camera more closer. There's one screw here and one screw here. Mine's is already unscrewed because I'm always working on this thing. So when you raise this up, you can take this whole thing off. But you see, if you take it off, you need to be very, very careful, because right here there are there are those little ribbons right there. And so if you raise it up, you can mess up those ribbons, or you will have to unsnap them and then snap them back. And I'm just gonna unsnap them. The silver goes to the front. There's 3 of them. And be careful and don't touch them. Right. So now I can pull this whole print head out. And there is also a place over here on the side to get a screwdriver. And right in here there is a screw that you're gonna unscrew. Okay. Y'all can't see the screw, but just know that it's a screw there. And like I said, you don't have to take the whole thing apart. I'm just prefer to take it apart so that I can move it out of my way so that I can do my cleaning. Now I have the whole thing taken apart, and you see it gets pretty loose. This thing is made pretty cheaply, y'all. It's made pretty cheaply. Yep. So I'm going to move this camera over here closer so that y'all can get up in the business. Hopefully I can do that. I need to sit some type of weight here so this is not so, y'all, this thing got to sit some type of weight there. I normally have a brick around somewhere, but I don't have one. I'm gonna move this, trying to make sure that this camera does not fall from the weight. Woo! Woo. It's a very, very expensive camera, so if it falls, I'm gonna be in trouble. Put that on it, and it should be there. Okay. So the first thing that I like to do is look down at the piezo flush, and I'm gonna move y'all to a whole nother screen so that I can still be on here and watching everybody and talking to everybody. Yeah, Kendra, we can talk after. We can talk after, but I'm used to talking, throughout doing this type of stuff. So I've got my piezo flush here, and this is what I'm going to use today. And the first thing I'm going to do is just put a little bit on here because I want to clean up all of this extra ink that I'm seeing down off in here. It's about as far as I can zoom in. So all of this extra ink. Um, and Kendra, if you go over to ladyprintboss.com, you can schedule an appointment with me, or if you shoot me an email to sales@tshirtshopdallas.com, I can see, what you got going on, and then see if I can help you. I don't do this too much anymore, y'all, but my people who are local, I do like to help out. This is just a swab, and you can order these types of swabs off of Amazon. So I like to clean that. If you notice that you're having problems with ink smearing on your rollers, like if you in your design you start to see issues with ink being on your rollers, that's because your rollers need to be cleaned. And so you can always open up the printer, and in here go in and pull. See that? Go in and pull all of that off of the rollers, because the rollers, they will get dirty from time to time. Things happen. Okay. So that's pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this all out, and you have to be careful. You'll notice that mine has some, see if y'all can see. I got to zoom in and out. So this one has some tape on here where I've taped it back, taped this plate back together. So I'm going to unhook that so that I can get in here to it. And then there are some little connectors here that you just go in and just disconnect. Then once you disconnect them, you got everything like this. And you can just sit that to the side. Normally, y'all, if you have a clog, there are a couple of places that your clog is going to be. Your clog may be right here where this nozzle goes through, so you can look and see if you have ink flowing into those, because sometimes you'll get a clog there, or then your clog can be here in the print head. So I've had people ask me like how to remove the ink out of the cartridge once they put like the wrong ink in, or you decide that you want to change and go over to another ink. And what you can do in that case, and I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to show you how to go in and change your ink to another company. You can get a long syringe and stick the syringe in here and then draw the fluid up. This one's not long enough. Let's see if I got my super long one in here. And you'll just have to order them, find them on Amazon to order them. Okay, so I don't have a long one off in there to pull it up. But you can put the syringe there, and then you pull up as much as you can get out of here. You pull as much up. The other thing you can do is you can unhook these, and then you can hold it over a cup or something and let the ink just drain into it. That's if you need to change out your ink. Once you change out your ink, then you can um, then you can go ahead and put your new inks in and then run a few prints. So let's see here now. We're gonna clean this. And what did I do with my syringe and whatnot? What did I do with it that fast? Is it over here? Missing my syringe. Okay. Give me 1 second because I gotta find it. Okay. So to clean this print head, you want to move it. You want to move it from over here from this cabin station. You don't want to clean it while it's over the cabin station because you're going to be pushing solution through the print head. So one or two ways that you could do it. You can either use this type of syringe. This syringe here comes off of Amazon. This syringe does. This one came with my print head Dr. Fluid cleaning solution. You can order these. Just look up like print head cleaning syringe and you can order these. You can also get a syringe from the drugstore and then go and get this hose from, this is like an airline hose. You can go and get these little hoses from Ace Hardware store. I'm not sure who else would sell them, but from, anywhere that would sell hoses. And then put that hose on there. What are your shirts looking like over there? Oh yeah, they are looking good. So that's one way. Another way is to use this type of thing, and this came with the piezo flush. And I'm gonna see if we can get this to fit over the, and it does not look like this one will fit. So if I wanted to do this, I can make it fit by me cutting this off. I'm gonna use that's if you, and this actually comes with this piezo flush. So you could just, cut that back end off and then pop this in there and then pop the piezo flush head through there and then squeeze it in there, which would probably be the easier way to do it, to where that you're not messing anything up. But since that head is messed up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a piece of paper towel. And for this printer, it doesn't have to be very big at all. Actually going to break this one in half because it looks like it's too thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the towel and I'm going to put a little bit of piezo flush on it so that it is a little bit wet. And then push this down in here and try to get it as flat as you can, because you have to bring this print head over this. And see, it's not flat enough. A little bit more piezo flush because I need it to be wet so that when it's wet, it'll go ahead and lay down. Bring that on over. Just gotta be careful. So this particular printer, I'm noticing that print head runs across here. So I'm gonna try to push this under there and see if that lays better for me. Yeah. Even with that one, y'all, it's not giving it to me what I needed to do. So you gotta get this one right here in the middle. Okay, so fold it and make it go right to the middle. I'm gonna go back and forth, and not sure if y'all can see, but that is cleaning on the inside. Um, when I go back and forth like that, that's getting all of that stuff off the bottom of this print head. Now I'm gonna hook this syringe up into this thing. Okay, let's see, can you see good? I hope y'all can see. I'm trying to see if you're gonna be able to see where I'm putting this syringe at. Okay, there we go. So instead of me using this one, which was what I wanted to use for this printer, I'll use this on my other printer, but I'll go ahead and I'll just have to do this with the syringe. And I'm gonna take it off of here and see if I'm gonna take it off of the syringe and see. I've never done it like this, but I'm gonna see if it will fit on here. If this nozzle stays strong enough, then I'm just gonna push the piezo flush through here. And let's see which colors was messed up. So the black wasn't messed up. The black was fine. The yellow, the blue, and the magenta, all of those needed cleaning. And so let me see. The thing about this one, you look right here, you can see on the front that this first print head is the black, so that's going to be the only print head that I'm not going to clean. But I'm going to clean. So I'm going to clean the yellow. Just go gently. Don't push it hard. Don't push it hard. Just gently put it over the print head. And just wiggle it till you get it down off in there. Just wiggle it till you get it down off in there. And then push the piezo flush through. So I'm wiggling it to come off is what I'm doing. I don't like doing it that way. I think I prefer to do it with the syringe for this because I can't tell, like how much I got in there. So going to the next one. Rubbing it on there, getting it on there, and taking it easy. I'm going to push it through here because at least this way I can tell how much I have down off in there. Okay. And then once you get it in there, push it through. Now, notice that I have air in here, so I'm not going to push the air through my print head. I'm just going to push this through until it goes down through. And it's going and it's going. And if you have a stubborn clog, y'all, you can pull up. That's pretty good. And go on to the next one. Now, notice that I'm doing this from light to dark. So I go to the yellow and then go to the next one and then go to the next one because if you start with the black and then you go to the blue, you're going to be contaminating the syringe and you're going to have to wash the syringe out every time. So I just like to go from the light to the dark. As I go across there, I see I got a lot of stuff down off in there. And actually, take that up because I didn't seem to be getting as much pressure as I wanted. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. Drop some more of this piezo flush off in here. And then let me just push this up. Just gonna put it in there and then just push it up until I get to where I don't really have any air. And it does get messy. I actually have a full video where I've done this before um, and cleaned these printers like this before. So after I do this, I like to let the printer sit. Probably let the printer sit for at least a good hour. I like to let it sit for an hour. And then I'll run a print through it, and then run, like I said, you can come back up with it if you have a stubborn clog. You can come pull it back up and then push it back through. That'll get, any stubborn clogs out. With this printer right here, it's not necessary to take the whole print head off, which is a good thing. Another thing you want to do is you want to clean this cabbing station right here over to the side with a little piezo flush. And then once you're through, you want to make sure that you come back and you wipe the rollers off real good. So I'm just going to let that sit. I do like to put something, trying to close something out on the computer, y'all. I do like to put something up over this. If you had some plastic or something, you could put it up over this, because what happens is the ammonia in this stuff is cleaning, and that smell is what's really helping your printer get clean. So if you got something to throw across it to keep the scent in, it's even better. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna drop that right there over it. Now, when all of this is done, when that's dry, I'll come in with my syringe and I'll pull a little bit of ink out into the syringe to prime these lines, so that if there is a clog in the line, if there's a clog like stuck in here or anywhere in the line, that'll pull the ink out of that and up into my syringe. Get something flowing. So you just have to get something flowing there. Um, that's not a good one. Let me see if I can take that and pop that in there. And that should be better. Might should be able to get something flowing now. See that ink coming out, flowing up out of there? That's how you prime. Now, of course, take this ink and put this ink right back up in there. And in order for me to put it back up in there, I need that syringe tip that I took it off. And where did I do that just that fast? I just took it off. Right here. So you don't want to throw that ink away because that ink is still good. Just take it and push it back through into your machine so that you still have it. Okay. So that printer is going, and while that's sitting there sitting, it's really not anything else for me to do for the next hour to that one. Show y'all what Kiana's working on. Working on some. She's over here working on some t-shirt prints for memorial that she's doing with the different designs. Now this one I really do like because sometimes when you do rest in peace shirts, some pictures look great and some don't. And a lot of times people they just don't understand that. Like so the type of picture should, pretty much determine what it is that you do. So these look really great. How many of these you doing, babe? It's like 11. 11. So she's doing 11 of those. You probably hear the compressor going in the back. Um, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping over on the other side of the room here to get this printer over here going so that we can get it clean. And this type of live here that I'm doing today, y'all, this is not a live for y'all to just where you just have to sit on. This is just one of those lives that if you're having problems with your printer or your situation, stuff that's going on with you, then this is a good time when I'm live doing stuff like this to pop on and try to get your situation fixed, ask questions about um, what's going on with your printer, and try to get some actual live help. I've got ink has splurged all over my screen over there. So over here on this printer, if you have the 9890, what we're going to do here is take this bad boy and do a nozzle check, and then we're going to change out a cartridge. And this print, so we're going to change out which one cartridge was this? This is the magenta. So we're going to change out the magenta. I don't know why I bought a magenta cartridge. I don't know. Seems like I would have bought a cyan cartridge, but so with this printer, I've got resetters. So this resets the maintenance tank. This resets the actual print cartridges. And so if I need to reset a print cartridge, I push it up against that. You can also get those for your Epson printers if you're using the cartridges. Let that go on. And toss that over to the side of the room. These are the t-shirts that you're working with? Yeah. Oh, I got my stuff on your printer. I'm sorry. That's okay. You're okay. I just need to be able to open it up. Yeah, I just need to be able to open it up. Okay. Okay, so now I know why I bought a magenta cartridge. The Vivid Magenta is not working. Um, the Light Shine, this one, the light black. So we're gonna clean those up. Clean it over here. On this one, whew, okay.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Can I turn this, since it's Teflon at the bottom, I can turn this shirt and put an image on the back or no?
Yeah. So you just lay it on the Teflon and put your image on the back. Okay, so we got this one. I need to take this one into maintenance mode and unplug it. And where is the plug? Way over there. Okay.
Where the plug in?
On that side over there. So I gotta release this carriage up in here, and I'm trying to see how I'm gonna get to the print head. Let me see if I remember how to do this. Go over to maintenance. You could go over and do a cleaning and clean the normal pairs, but I'm not gonna do that. And you could do a power cleaning on here, and I'm not gonna do a power clean because I've tried to do a power clean on here before. So what I need to do is bring this up in service mode. And let's see. When I bring this up in service mode, I believe, if I remember correctly, you hit these three arrows all at the same time and turn the printer on. Sometimes I forget and I have to go and watch my own videos. I can't remember if I'm supposed to hit the OK button at the same time as this is coming up or what. Got to do that again. Okay. Turn it off. So this printer is the 9890, but it has the 98 it has the 9800, yeah, 9900 print head in it. Not print head, but motherboard. So it maybe it's a little bit different. So Try it again. 1, 2, 3, and push the middle one out at the same time. And hopefully I'm bringing it out up at the same time. It's hard for me to do that. Dang it. Okay. So sometimes I have to go watch my own videos. Like I said, it's still not coming up. Girl, this thing wants to give me a hard time today. Oh, let me look it up real quick. Okay. Go in here and bring this thing up in service mode. 哦，one, two, three. It's these three right here. It's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Here. There it is. I remember. Okay. That should be in service mode, and all of the cartridges have been reset. Now I should be able to get into what I need to get into.
Welcome, baby. I'm almost done.
So we are going to, so I brought it up in service mode, and it's actually you push this down, over, and OK button all at the same time. And then once you have that, it'll come up in service mode. And then once it comes up in service mode, go over to maintenance, go down to two, wiper exchange. And then when we go over to the wiper exchange, I'm going to hit sequence. And when I hit sequence and this starts to move, I'm gonna unplug the printer so that I can get into it. And I gotta figure out which cord is it. That cord over there, so I'm gonna have to be really quick with it. I lost my aunt yesterday for a cracker, but they'll come back in and watch it on the replay. Okay, so let's sequence it. Enter, and I'm just gonna hit start, and then when the tab starts to move, and it's moving now, undo it. Okay. Whew, honey, 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 honey. Honey, honey. Okay, so what that did was that moved this over here. Let's see if I got all of mine. I'm gonna need my long screwdriver. If I'm gonna take this thing off and clean all the way off and clean the print head. I need that long screwdriver. You see any screwdrivers over there? On that dresser, in like in something? In a No, right there in that cup.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, 'cause I gotta have. Okay, so before you do this over here, you have to have a long screwdriver because you have to get down off in there. And let's see here. Be able to take the print head off. I need that long screwdriver to be able to get into there. And you definitely have to have some light. So I've got here. If I remember correctly, there's one, two, three, which is that screw right there, four, five. I'm not gonna be able to hit it with these. Let me go try to find a thicker one. Let's go put this on mute right quick. I got it on mute so ain't nobody hear what I'm saying. Where the hell it is? Ain't nobody on it, but when I rerun it, I can't find my screwdriver.
what is it? Like a turquoise color?
Yeah, it's long.
It's right over there under that mouse.
No, I don't think it's over there.
I had it
That's
yesterday.
green. That's a little shorter one. It's a long one. I don't know. be the reason.
What you doing, Musky?
We're
Why
gonna,
can't somebody handle you like this?
we're gonna get off the line. Oh, it says we are not muted. Okay, I thought they were muted. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Um, so I did not find my long screwdriver, but I ended up finding me a baby. I ended up finding a baby, and I cannot take this print head apart without the long magnetic screwdriver. But this is a sublimation printer, y'all. This is a Kyla says, what type of sublimation printer do you have? This is an Epson sublimation printer. This is a 9890, 44-inch. And then the other printer that I'm cleaning in the video is the ET-2720. And hopefully I'm going to get this 1430 done today. But I need to find a particular screwdriver that I use um, to clean the printer. And this is my granddaughter kind of wants me to spend some time with her. So I'm going to fix her some lunch. And I didn't know that she was back up. So I'm going to fix her some lunch while her mommy is finishing up her shirts. And then I will finish the video and I'll put the whole video up, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm out.
Say bye-bye, Lily.
Say bye-bye, Lily. Bye-bye.